Hey guys, it's Sesboards, and today we are building a keyboard for Disguised Toast. Originally for the video I planned on going over the entire build process, but I do that for all my videos. I still will be talking about the parts I used and the build, but for this video I just wanted to talk for a bit before that. So when I started this YouTube series I wanted to build keyboards for streamers, but the primary goal of this YouTube series was to expand the custom mechanical keyboard community. I wanted to focus on streamers and their audience and try to show them how a tool that we use every day, the mechanical keyboard, can actually be something that can be customized to their liking. Although technically these keyboards I'm giving to streamers are a surprise and they have no idea how it's going to look, I took the time to research and spend time in their streams to get a feel of what their style and personality is like and try to base it off that. I reached out to some friends and community members that I personally think are very genuine people and do extremely well in what they do for the community. I really want all the love and support from this project to go towards them. They did all the hard work. All I did was bring it together and make the video. Now going back to the build. I am using Durock V2 stabilizers that have been lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0, and the wires have been lubed with Krytox XHT BDZ. After lubing all the stabilizers, they were screwed into the PCB. Now for the switches, all the switches have been previously lubed by myself, but I wanted to go over the process of how I lubed them. Each switch was opened up and taken apart. The bottom housings were lubed on the sliders with carbon GS2 grease provided by Kinetic Labs in my description. The springs they came with were thrown out and replaced with TX 75 gram long springs that were bag lubed with Krytox 105. The stems of the switches were carefully lubed on all sides, making sure that it was consistent and not over-lubed. And lastly, adding a TX film in between the housings before closing it. This method was done to all 64 switches. The plate is an anodized black aluminum plate. The switches we used for this build are Gateron Ink Black V2s, which you could find on Divinity. Each switch was pushed onto the plate into the PCB, making sure that they were all properly seated and straight. Now it's time for soldering. Always be safe when soldering and use a fan for the fumes. There are a lot of great guides on YouTube on how to get a proper solder joint. Now this beautiful case was designed by Plume Keyboards. It is a special made Plume 65 anodized aluminum case that features a wing keyless blocker and a corner blocker with the Plume Feather logo. The back features a black weight with the Plume signature and an all-over laser etched design of Toast's logo. Be sure to check out Plume Keyboards. He put a lot of time and effort into the contribution of this project. The keyboard is top mounted, meaning that the plate is screwed onto the top of the case. The daughter board is mounted onto the bottom case and connected to the PCB via JST cable for a centered USB port. While originally I wanted to use GMK bread, the keycaps would not have arrived on time. Instead, I used the next closest thing I could find in the same high quality of GMK. I went with a brand new set of GMK Cafe and mounted them on all the switches. Latrialum sent out these cafe-themed resin-casted artisan keycaps to go with the theme of the board. The 4 she sent me are for the arrow keys. Next we have Tiny Makes Things. She handmade a Disguised Toast Artisan keycap for the escape key with a magnetic hat. And she also sent me an Among Us themed keycap. Lastly, we have Space Cables. Space Cables sent out a custom coiled aviator cable to match the theme of the board. Be sure to check out all the vendors I listed in the description. I think what they do is amazing and they are some great people. Now to how the keyboard sounds.
It's the actual keyboard. In this box, we have a special keyboard made only for Disguised Toast in a really cool carrying case. Oh, drum roll, please. And this guy's logo is here. Sus board. Haha, sus. Get it? Sus? Because Among Us. Okay, so. It ain't light. It ain't light. In here is my custom keyboard. Very Disguised Toasty color. And voila. Ooh. Hey, it's got a toast on the top. Very clean. I like the color scheme. It's very Disguised Toast color scheme. And on the back, sheesh. Sound test? What's a sound test? Like I'm supposed to press it?